I think New Zealand and India wanted all of us to have a long weekend because just 54 overs were bowled in the entire match. A very meek, a very weak New Zealand team folded up for a miserable 108. And in just 34.3 overs, led by a power-packed bowling exhibition from Mohammad Shami, Hardik Pandya and company, even Kuldeep Yadav, Washington Sundar, Shardul Thakur, you name it, they all chipped in. In response, Rohit Sharma hit his 50, 48th 50, undone by a low bounce ball, unfortunately, and India won by 8 wickets.
And almost 30 overs to spare.
Almost 30 overs to spare. 20.1, so 54.4 overs. Yeah. That is what this match lasted in what was Raipur's first ever international ODI game.
And we all thought that, batting is the stronger suit for New Zealand because bowling was a little inexperienced, and batting, if you see their batting, they've got some good batters there. But I think hats off to the way Mohammad Shami picked up those wickets. Even Mohammad Siraj, he was pretty good. It's just that the scorecard will show just 1 wicket for him. But even he was pretty good, pretty lethal. And Shami, as we all know, that with the new ball, he has that ability to pick quick wickets.
I mean, the first wicket itself set the tone. Finn Allen getting the ball to just pitch on middle and leg. It just swung away. Finn Allen played a very bad shot. Okay. So Harshit is going to be here soon and Rahul has got some work to do and he will be back shortly. Now, the problem what has happened with this New Zealand team is that the batting is a major issue heading into this tournament. Because I'll tell you why. Let us not be fooled by New Zealand's 337. Yes, it was a good fight. But the knock by Michael Bracewell and Mitchell Santner actually hides the fact that New Zealand, even in Hyderabad, were 131 for 6. It does not hide the fact that their top order is absolutely woeful and is short of confidence in these kind of conditions. Yes, New Zealand won an ODI series against India in New Zealand, but their pitch, ground, everything else was very different. The boundary dimensions were also very different. When encountered with hard pace and bounce, New Zealand's batsmen absolutely floundered. Michael Bracewell and again Glenn Phillips, Mitchell Santner, had those two not hit 85 runs combined, New Zealand's other 7 batsmen or 8 players managed only 23 runs among them. And that is why you see that it is not an ideal scenario that New Zealand face themselves in. And the end result is they have lost a bilateral series in India for the 7th time and they have not won a single bilateral series in India as of now. It is a big come down after their historic series win in Pakistan. They were playing an A team essentially, although they didn't have Matt Henry, they didn't have Adam Milne. Here they were further weakened by Kane Williamson and Tim Southee not coming. At least Williamson and Southee were there in Pakistan. Here they just did not come because of workload management issues and because they were anyway not going to play the T20 series. Now India have utilized that opportunity and ensured that this New Zealand team is put absolutely to the cleaners. Rohit with 51, Shubman Gill showing yet again that he has got his class 40. Virat Kohli undone yet again by left arm spin. Slight worry there, maybe not. Virat Kohli was undone by a brilliant delivery from Mitchell Santner. Lured him out of the crease on the front foot and this time not an edge, he got stumped. So in 2 consecutive matches now, Virat Kohli has had both dismissals. One on the back foot, he was there, he got bowled by a delivery that came back in and then spun away, it straightened to hit off. And then here, lured by the flight and loop of Santner, Kohli came on the front foot, but he was lured out, the ball spun away, and then the wicketkeeper just ensured that Latham ensured it was a simple stumping, no edge, but he was stumped. So Virat Kohli out for 11 of 9 balls. That seemed to be the only blip in what was a thorough professional performance by the Indian cricket team. And truth be told, the game was already lost for New Zealand the moment they were reduced to 15 for 5. Very few teams come out from that situation. New Zealand are not one of them. 15 for 5, they at least managed to go past 100. But this Raipur wicket, the Shahid Veer Narayan Singh Stadium in Raipur, it offered bounce, it offered pace. And in that, New Zealand were absolutely found wanting. Finn Allen, the kind of shot that he played, it just was not up to the mark. A hack across the leg side to a ball that pitched on middle and leg and swung away. I am sorry, that's not the right shot to be playing. Tom Latham, Devon Conway, all undone by some individual brilliance or with good balls. Tom Latham got a ball just outside off and it just climbed on him. He edged it. Devon Conway got a good, he had a superb catch taken by Hardik Pandya. I think that was the catch of the match for me. There were a couple of dropped chances that ensured that New Zealand would be there would be something to smile about for New Zealand, but unfortunately that did not happen. Shami with 3 wickets at the top just set the tone, and Siraj, Thakur, Hardik Pandya, Kuldeep Yadav, Washington Sundar all operated in packs. Glenn Phillips was the highest scorer with 36, but when he holed out to deep mid-wicket, Suryakumar Yadav at deep mid-wicket, you could sense that nothing was going New Zealand's way, and that is why now it is a 7th bilateral series win for India against New Zealand in India. New Zealand have never won a bilateral series here, and it continues their sorry trend even now. Didn't win in 2016, again got hammered in 2021, and now in 2022 they have been hammered 2-0 in the ODIs. The T20Is promises to be another major problem for New Zealand, and that is why now India are rejoicing under the sky in Raipur on this very beautiful Shahid Veer Narayan Singh Stadium, but unfortunately it's not beautiful for the Kiwis. So Harshit, 54.4 overs, enjoying a long weekend now?
Well, it's good, when you don't expect to have a weekend, but you then have one.
We have to thank the Kiwis though, because it's already, what's the time there? 2 o'clock in the morning there. I think they just wanted to ensure their fans just would go to bed early. Exactly.
Well, not quite sure if this is how they wanted to exactly send their fans, off to sleep early. But having said that, now very disheartening if you are a Kiwi fan with what you saw with the bat from them. Didn't apply themselves well.
Yep.
And succumb to the little test I would say that they were put to, because the ball was doing a fair bit. And yes, the deck, as we were speaking at the midway stage as well, was assisting the bowlers and just falling short there.
Yeah, it was a woeful ball. As I was saying at the start of the broadcast, let us not be fooled by New Zealand's 337 that they made in Hyderabad. Because even at that time, the top order had collapsed to 6 for 131. And that was actually a belter of a track. This wasn't a belter of a track, it was a good track. It had pace and bounce. India exploited much better. New Zealand just couldn't exploit it, and they didn't have the bowlers to exploit it. Because see, apart from Ferguson, who else was a hit-the-deck bowler? Shipley is not a hit-the-deck bowler. He's a kind of a line and length bowler. You have Blair Tickner. Tickner, no disrespect to him, he's primarily a T20I operator. He's not an ODI operator. Tickner may have gotten wickets in the past, but his economy rate has been woeful. Apart from Ferguson, you have got Santner, Michael Bracewell. They wouldn't have troubled you on this kind of wicket, because by the time the spinners came on, the match was already gone.
But who do you think would be the only Kiwi bowler happy right now?
I would say Mitchell Santner.
Correct.
Because Santner once again got Virat Kohli, and this time, compare it to Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, he got him off the back foot. Here, he lured him out on the front foot with a flighted loopy delivery that spun away.
Kohli knew he was out. He didn't even wait for the third umpire's decision. And Rahul, I think, was making some point about Kohli's dismissal earlier. Rahul, while we were upstairs, you had something to say about Kohli's dismissal. Thought you saw this coming, right?
No, see, we have seen in the past couple of years that Virat has struggled against spinners. That does not mean that he can't play spin. Majority of his career he's been very good against spin, but lately maybe the spinners have found chinks in his armor, and Mitchell Santner exploited, as you correctly mentioned earlier, that got him on the back foot last time around. This time he got him, he just asked him for a drive and got him stumped. I think Virat played the wrong line. So that is, I think Virat, there is the error of judgment.
Yes.
You know, whether to play on back foot, whether to play on front foot. Last time, I thought that you know, it was a delivery that he could have played on the front foot, and we've seen that in the past. That error of judgment has cost him his wicket quite a number of times. We've seen that against off spinners. Moeen Ali has troubled him, has gotten him out bowled quite a number of times. Mitchell Santner. Now for me the bigger question is, you've won the series, you've sealed the series. Now what do you do? Should Virat and Rohit Sharma just leave that third ODI or go and play the Ranji Trophy match? Because the more important game, because as it is, they are not part of the T20 series.
Yes.
So the more important game of the series is that Border Gavaskar Trophy against Australia. And you know, I understand that Virat has got those 400s in last 4 odd months. He got that 100 in the T20 against Afghanistan, then against Bangladesh, 2 against Sri Lanka. But now the question is, so there are 2 options. Either Virat comes back and play the third ODI as well, because there could be a few mental demons. You know, he's gotten out to Mitchell Santner twice now. So there could be a few mental demons when you head into that ODI test series against Australia. So either you can just play that third ODI, just tell yourself that no, I'm not this bad, I'm a very good player, I have played spin with the majority of my career. I've been very good against spin. Mitchell Santner has gotten me out twice. I should play the third ODI, play against Santner and get some runs, so that you know, he gets into that series, that Australia series, with great confidence. Or he can do, it doesn't affect me. For me, it is better to play 4-day cricket, Ranji Trophy. Delhi is playing in Hyderabad against Andhra. Against Andhra. Mumbai will play against?
That I have to check. I have to wait, I'll just see the next round. 24th onwards, the Ranji Trophy begins.
24th. I think Mumbai is playing against...
One second, let me just...
I know.
Ranji fixtures. Wait, I'll just tell you. Mumbai take on Maharashtra.
Mumbai take on Maharashtra at Brabant. At Brabant Stadium, Mumbai will take on Maharashtra. And both these batsmen, they, you know, I think their success will be very crucial in the success of the Indian team. So that's a call that both Virat and Rohit have to make. But then why there is another factor. You know, you may call it a dead rubber because India have already sealed the series. There's another factor that just to prove a point that you know, we have quite a bit of white ball cricket left in us. As in, I'm talking about the T20s. They're not part of the T20s. You know, with no pressure, they can just go all out, play that last one day freely, get some quick runs, make a point, then come back for the IPL, get runs there also, and then let the selectors take a call whether they want to continue with them or whether they want to continue playing T20s without Rohit and Virat.
Absolutely. So Delhi take on Hyderabad. I'm sorry, it was my mistake. It was not Delhi Andhra, it's Delhi Hyderabad. Delhi Hyderabad, and then Mumbai Maharashtra. 2 very equidistant from Raipur. They can make that choice whether they want to go and play.
No, today is still 21st. No, today is 21st.
24th the games begin.
They can any way, they can just fly out. Rohit as it is has to go back to just Mumbai, and Virat has to travel to Hyderabad. They can join their respective teams. Delhi, see, as it is, Delhi
are out of
is not going to make it to the knockouts. Mumbai is playing Maharashtra. Most likely they will, irrespective of whether, see, things can change quite drastically in cricket, but we are expecting that Mumbai should comprehensively beat Maharashtra and just make it to the quarters or the knockouts.
But then there have been issues raised, Rahul, about the quality of the Ranji pick wickets and the quality of the bowling.
I agree. See, but the point that I am trying to make is you will get pretty decent spinners, and you will have game time.
Yeah.
There is a possibility that you might play say 150 to 200 balls.
Yes.
And game time, see, you can do a lot of net practice. You can get those throwdowns, 100 balls, play 100 balls in the nets, do whatever you can. But game time, spending time in the middle in a match situation, it keeps your mind. You have to, session by session, you just have to regroup and just understand that one more session. Prepare yourself mentally for that Border Gavaskar trophy.
Correct.
Spending time in the middle, playing those long hours. Last one day, both of them cannot play 100 balls each.
Yes.
So that is what I'm trying to say. And towards the end, in the end, it's their decision whether they want to play or not, or they want to take rest. It's completely up to them, and of course selectors also. Ravindra Jadeja will be seen in action again for Saurashtra.
Saurashtra against Tamil Nadu in that Ranji Trophy game. And remember, Virat Kohli has struggled a bit against Mitchell Santner.
In fact, Ajinkya Gupte is asking the very same question. Will we see Virat and Rohit play the Ranji Trophy match by skipping the last ODI?
Well, it depends upon the player, honestly. I mean, whether he wants to make a statement, as you said, by taking on Mitchell Santner in Indore. Maybe. That is a statement of intent for me. I don't need to play the Ranji Trophy, because sterner tests await Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, because Nathan Lyon has got their number in the past. He's been superb against them and Cheteshwar Pujara. So Nathan Lyon and Australia have one left armer in Ashton Agar.
Yeah.
Will Agar be picked based on that? And remember, in the Pune test,
they will play two spinners, no?
Yeah, but then there's also one more. I think there's Swepson. Swepson's also leg spinner.
Will you play Swepson? I'll be surprised if they play Swepson, to be very honest.
Wait, so I'll just check the Australia squad just to give us who's the bowling.
Swepson.
Yeah, so there is Ashton Agar.
Very recently he made his debut, debut.
Yep. Then there is Travis Head. Let us not forget him. He's also a pretty decentish off spinner. Then you've got Nathan Lyon.
Labuschagne also, no? You've got
Labuschagne
with the bat, by the way, Travis Head.
Yeah, Labuschagne with his leg spin. Mitchell Swepson's there. And I don't know about Todd Murphy. Murphy is one of the guys from Victoria who's been playing in the Sydney Sixers franchise. Okay. So I think he is a leg spinner, if I am not mistaken. So you got one off spinner. You have one left arm orthodox and you have two leg spinners in Mitchell Swepson and potentially you've got Todd Murphy. So will that be an ideal thing? So
yeah, so I don't know. Swepson might just play, but I'll be surprised considering how the Indian players have struggled against left arm spin.
Yep.
I think Ashton Agar might just.
He's an off spinner. Todd Murphy is an off spinner. So you've got three off spinners: Lyon, Head, and Murphy.
But Travis Head, I understand he's in fact gotten quite a number of wickets recently.
Yes.
As in,
he got 4 wickets against Sri Lanka.
Not very regularly, but you'll still consider him as a part-time bowler.
Yes.
So I think Ashton Agar and Nathan Lyon should start in that 11. Yeah. And Nathan Lyon, if you ask me, he is the best off spinner in the world.
Yes.
And I'm saying that very well aware what R. Ashwin has done for India over the years. Nathan Lyon is their preferred choice everywhere, irrespective of whether they are playing ice cricket or whether they are playing at Kotla or Chennai or Melbourne, Brisbane, anywhere in the world. Nathan Lyon has got, but for Ashwin, and also you have to see the only good thing that can happen for India is that I don't think that they're going to prepare those kind of dust bowls or minefield for spinners as they have been doing against other teams, because this Australian team can play spin. They have very good spinners, and at times what happens is toss becomes a very good factor, big factor. You would remember that Chennai test against England.
Yeah.
Joe Root got a double 100 there. India lost that first match, and suddenly, it was, you were fortunate that you won the next 3 test matches. But then this
was also courtesy the fact that both the tests in Ahmedabad were absolute dust bowls.
No, and also you won the toss. So it becomes a little tricky with that kind of a wicket. If you win the toss or if you lose the toss, you are in a tricky situation. But anyways, I'm saying there is the other side to it as well. Virat would say, I don't want to go like this. I haven't got some great scores in this series, and I've gotten out to Santner twice. So I will not go like this. I will get some runs, and we'll see.
Because 24th to 28th are the 24th to 27th are the Ranji games, the final league games.
And the first game against Australia would be on 9th of
February. Yes. So after 24th, you have a long 16-day break. A 15-day break until the start of the test that will happen in Nagpur, which incidentally saw Vidarbh. I mean, that game against Gujarat, I think they were bowled out for 54 in a chase of 73. The lowest total ever defended in the history of first class cricket in India. So on that same Jamta wicket where the first test match is going to happen, the Indians better prepare a true wicket, because
but Jamta has been a very good wicket,
but it fell into this notoriety because South Africa test 79, it was rated poor by the ICC.
I remember. And Umesh Yadav, Bablu Bhai, local boy, might just start in that 11. I think Siraj, Shami and Umesh Yadav. Just in case if they want a variety, they might add Kunadkat in that 11 in case. But although I think they will add, they will have the local boy Umesh Yadav in that 11. Should have Ashwin and possibly Ravindra Jadeja.
Maybe if they look at the fitness, he started bowling anyways.
That will depend on the match that he plays in against
Tamil Nadu.
Because see, I don't think he's playing that test match obviously to prove his credentials, but also to assess his fitness. Match fitness that we are talking about. And mind you, Ravindra Jadeja hasn't played any form of any competitive cricket in the last 4-5 months. So that will be the Saurashtra game for Saurashtra when he plays on 24th. That will be his first competitive game in a long time.
Ever since September. Is this position in danger? I don't think so. This I think is just for Ravindra Jadeja. I think this isn't about skill set or anything or him making a mark. He is pretty much one of those players who's a direct walk-in into this side. And this for me is more about match fitness.
Exactly. And he was asked to, by the selectors, as we've seen that review committee on review committee meeting that happened on 1st of Jan earlier this month. They made it very clear that a Ranji Trophy domestic cricket cannot be taken so casually. You have to pay some respect. Emerging players, it is made mandatory for them to play domestic cricket and to prove your fitness. I think it's a right call, at least for somebody who hasn't played too much of cricket in the last few months. It's good. That is the reason. And for Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, it is their call. It's an individual call for both of them, whether they want to play that Ranji Trophy match games, or not, because at times you'll remember Jason Roy was scoring runs everywhere in the world in white ball cricket, and England thought that we might it would be better if we just include him in the tests also. And he was introduced into tests and he failed. Because when you're playing white ball cricket for far too long and scoring those runs, you tend to play with hard hands. And because test cricket also demands playing with soft hands. So every time a spinner would bowl, he would just push his bat and play with hard hands. And there was an opportunity for the the silly point or short leg to tendency that the ball would just balloon and straight into the hands of silly point or short leg. So you have to adjust also. Suddenly after playing so much of T20 and white ball cricket, you get into test mode.
it might be difficult.
Which is why I think the adjustments that Johnny Bairstow has made is really, really remarkable.
No, but he hasn't made any adjustment, has he?
I mean, he's followed the same template. What worked for him in ODI.
Exactly.
But it didn't work for Jason Roy, very surprisingly. Same template, but didn't work for Roy. Same template, Bairstow worked for
Correct
him.
me if I'm wrong. What thing with Bairstow is, especially in Test cricket, if I'm not wrong, he does tend to bat a little ahead. In the when he's taking guard, he's not batting as deep, or his guard when he's taking his guard, it's a little ahead of the crease.
That's an adjustment that you make according to the conditions also. Conditions.
Swinging conditions,
Exactly.
you tend to do that more.
So there are batsmen. See, if you ask some batsmen, they might want to bat a little deeper into the crease when the ball is moving. There are a few batsmen who, when the ball is moving a bit, they tend to bat, ahead,
A little forward,
outside the crease.
Kohli
And
did that.
Virat did that
In
during that
18
tour
he
of
did that.
2018. He was
Yes.
very successful.
Very successful,
But
yes.
the same thing didn't work
In
for Virat
2021.
in on some other tours, on some other foreign tours. Because Mohammad Azharuddin was somebody who was a very staunch advocate of playing deeper into the crease when the ball is moving. In fact, that is one advice that he gave to Yunus Khan. And you would remember Yunus Khan had travelled to England. I think this was mid 2000 or late 2000s.
2006 maybe.
England, and he wasn't getting runs. Suddenly, so he called up Mohammad Azharuddin, or Mohammad Azharuddin was somewhere. He happened to meet him, or he asked him, "What should I do?" Mohammad Azharuddin gave him a very simple advice: just bat a little deeper into the crease so that you can judge the movement of the ball. You have a fraction of a second extra to have a look at the ball where it is moving. So it gives you an extra time, maybe a fraction of a second, but that's good enough for a world class player, for an international level player. It's good enough to
gauge the movement,
assess and gauge the movement of the delivery. But some players tend to bat outside the crease, so that's a choice that you have to make.
Can we just have a look at what Rohit Sharma said in the post-match presentation, if we can?
By the way, if we win the series 3-0,
We go on top.
number one in ODI.
And no
And if we
technical
win-
glitch this time.
No technical. Also, if we
The
win the
last
Border Gavaskar trophy,
Yeah, we
2-0.
go. Yeah.
We need we need a margin of 2
2-0.
wins.
Yes.
Because
So-
South Africa have done.
They have committed harakiri and they have 2 tests only against the West Indies. Sri Lanka can be the only team to say, but looking at this Sri Lankan team facing New Zealand in New Zealand, I don't think their chances are that high.
So let's bring you what Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma has said, the last 5 games bowlers have really stepped up. Whatever we have asked of them, they have stepped up and delivered. You don't usually see this type of seam movement in India. You generally see it outside India. These guys have some serious skills. They work really hard. It's great to see them being rewarded. We trained yesterday and the ball was nipping around under lights. We knew that if they had 250 or so, it might have been challenging for us. But that was the point of opting to chase. We batted first last game, so the idea was to challenge ourselves. Not sure what I'll do at Indore. Is that an indication?
No, as in whether we'll bat or bowl.
The confidence is high within the group, and that's great to see. They, Shami and Siraj, were raring to keep bowling long spells, but I reminded them that there is a test series coming up as well, Australia at home, so we need to take care of themselves as well. I'm trying to change my game a bit now. I've been trying to take the bowlers on, and I think that's important. I know the big scores haven't come, but I am not too worried about it. Well, today he was looking in good touch.
Yeah, to be fair to him, I would say he gave away his wicket in the last match, but this time around the ball really stayed low.
Yes.
Perhaps couldn't have done much, and he looked in decent touch. Till the
That's
time he
fine,
was
but
50.
that's fine. You can always give
Yeah.
that sort of an excuse, but maybe that was also an error of judgment. He could have played that delivery on the front foot.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's the problem. And
Why not?
Rohit knew it. He was like, oh God, why didn't I come? There was an error
This
of
is something
judgment,
similar. I think Nikhil also has discussed it here a number of times. This, you would remember Sachin Tendulkar
Oh yes.
has been dismissed in this fashion quite a number of times when it seems that the ball kept low, looking at his reaction later. But actually, It didn't.
It didn't, yeah.
So that's also an error of judgment. And to be fair to Rohit Sharma, yes, of course, people have been criticizing may not be the right word. Have been wondering why he's not getting those runs, not converting those starts. But to be fair to Rohit Sharma, in the last 6 ODIs, if you include that Bangladesh ODI, the last Bangladesh ODI, that the first match that he played against Bangladesh, then 3 ODIs against Sri Lanka, then 2 here. So 6 ODIs, he's got 350s. No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just that he's not been able to convert those.
There was an 80 odd score.
And Sri Lanka,
83, yeah.
83.
So I think that is exactly what he is also trying to say here, that I know the big scores haven't come, but I am not too worried about it, because the start maybe they think because when Rohit mentioned about when he was appointed as India's captain, there was the first press conference that he did. He mentioned about a template. I think that was more about on T20s. He said that we have to change our template. There is a template, but unfortunately, what happened was, except for Rohit Sharma, nobody followed that template.
Although Rohit Sharma, I won't say he followed it completely. He started following it only towards the fag end of last year. I don't think I was seeing Rohit Sharma do that very often in the first half of the year.
I agree. And if you remember that match against England, the semi-final against England, Rohit was woefully out of form.
27
he
or
was
28.
not able to connect the ball, but there was still an intent, by the way.
Yes.
I would say, because he was trying to throw his bat around, but wasn't able to connect.
Yes.
And that usually doesn't happen. But at least he was trying to, wasn't getting those runs. But
even the Zimbabwe match where he did got a 50, he himself said after the match that it was a scratchy innings.
Yeah, was it against Zimbabwe or?
Yes, I think it was against Zimbabwe. He
Netherlands.
Rohit got a 50.
Netherlands.
Yes, so he said that he against Netherlands. He said that yes, I got to a 50, but it was a scratchy innings.
Yeah. So Ashish Vishesh has given us a super chat. He's saying, so Kohli looks more confident, comfortable versus all except left arm spin. What can he do technically versus left arm? Oz will play Agar for him and VK loves Oz. I think he's struggling a bit against spin in general, because I'll tell you why. Not left arm. You remember in the Bangladesh series who set him up?
Exactly.
It was Taijul and Mehdi pounced on.
Yes.
And here Australia will operate in packs.
We're talking about it in the build-up show as well, Rahul. That in that Chattogram Test match, Virat Kohli was again caught because he misjudged.
Exactly.
Like you were saying about he misjudged Taijul. Yes, to be fair to him, did put on the pressure, but Kohli's misjudgment was seen there because he went to the front foot, got an inside edge and got caught on short leg.
Yes, and why did that happen? Because that I remember that Test match, and what happened? Virat actually played all the deliveries on the front foot, and suddenly I think that was Mehdi got him in that innings, and Mehdi suddenly pulled his length back, and Virat had already committed because that was premeditated. I thought, because he was
too far ahead.
Yes, so he was too far ahead, and when you have a long stride, and the moment Mehdi pulled his length back, there was no going back, because you were already committed. If you are on the back foot, you can still work around,
maneuver the ball.
But when you've already, so there is no, you don't have any other option but to fend to it.
And again, you look at 2017, Kohli struggled a lot against Steve O'Keefe and also against Nathan Lyon. O'Keefe, remember, got the ball to angle in, misjudgment.
Everybody, Steve O'Keefe got everybody, 6 wickets he picked in that.
6 for 35, 6 for 35 in both the innings. And Kohli in particular misjudged, left the ball, crashed into off stump. Nathan Lyon got the ball to spin back in sharply, he left it alone. So that was misjudgment.
Nathan Lyon, it's his bounce as well,
remember, Australia are going to operate in packs. And don't forget, prior to Mitchell Santner, the guy in the New Zealand team who troubled him more was Ish Sodhi. Googly, leg break. Remember, the ball that turns away troubles Virat Kohli a lot more. And Moeen Ali, remember, Moeen Ali got the dip and flight. And that is why now that he's cut down on the sweep, he has to go for the drive. And that risks being bowled through the gate.
like we were saying earlier, I don't think the sweep exists in his books anymore. He doesn't like. It's a high risk shot. He says it himself, and he doesn't want to play it. Be it whatever format of the game, you will not see Virat Kohli play the sweep shot.
Correct.
He likes playing it safe, and he knows it's not his strong suit. Let's say.
No, Virat doesn't sweep that often.
No, he doesn't. I think he cut it down after 2014.
And if you see England, if you see Australia, the players from Australia and England, they rely a lot on sweep.
The sweep.
Sweep, yes.
Because it's a safe shot. It's
Khwaja,
a safe shot.
Warner,
that can fetch you, that can just take you to the non-strikers end. As simple
Absolutely. Steve Smith isn't much of a sweeper, but man, he can maneuver the crease like as if there's no tomorrow.
Yes.
And 3 centuries in the last time he came here. And right now he's in red hot form, considering he's got two Big Bash League hundreds consecutive.
Yes.
And in the series against South Africa and against the West Indies at home, he was in superb form as well there. So he's building up nicely for India.
And it'll be interesting to see Manas Labuschagne. This would be his maiden tour.
Maiden tour
of India. And we keep talking about Babar Azam, how Babar Azam has risen in the last few years, how he's been doing. At the end of the day, in tests, he's got 9 or test. 10,
I think he's got 10 hundreds, but all of them have been in Australia. None have been.
Sorry?
Manas Labuschagne.
No, Babar.
Talking about Babar got 100 against Australia in Brisbane.
In Brisbane, yes.
That's it. Rest all his hundreds have either come in the UAE, Pakistan, maybe in West Indies.
Didn't he get one in England also in that COVID series of 2020?
I don't think so.
I don't recall.
Yeah. One in New Zealand also. He's got one in the he's got 3 in the Sena countries, if I'm not mistaken.
See, he's got one.
Australia is confirmed.
Australia, Brisbane, he got one.
Yeah.
I think he's got a 99 also.
He got 97 in Adelaide, ping ball test.
He got 99. He's scored 99 also. He's been dismissed or was unbeaten on 99. I don't think. Has he got 100? I don't think in New Zealand he's scored 100. I doubt.
Yeah,
He has scored 100 against New Zealand, but I think that series was played in the UAE.
In the UAE, yeah.
Babar Azam has and Manas Labuschagne, by the way, has similar numbers.
Yeah,
he's also got 10 hundreds.
But all the hundreds of Labuschagne have come in Australia. None have come overseas. None. He's hit 50s in England, but he's never scored an overseas ton yet.
Yeah,
it's so in 47 tests that Babar Azam has played, he's got 900s.
900, not 10 by the way.
Not 10. So
see if he's got any.
Wait, that's what I am checking.
Where all has he scored?
Yeah. So he has scored. In Australia, he has scored 1 century, which was 104.
Yeah, that I remember.
Yeah, then he has none. He scored 90. He scored 90 in New Zealand, and in South Africa 72, England 69. Yeah, he's got only 1 in the Sena countries.
Exactly. He's got 1 in West Indies also.
Yes. He
1 against Sri Lanka.
No, he doesn't have 1. He doesn't have in the West Indies.
In Sri Lanka, Gaul.
Yeah, he has 1 in Sri Lanka, 119
in Gaul,
but he doesn't have a century even in the West Indies. Exactly. 75 is his highest. So, UAE, he has hit 1. 6 have come in Pakistan out of his 9.
6 in Pakistan, 1 in Brisbane, 2 in UAE.
Yes. No, 1 in UAE, 1 in Gaul.
In Gaul.
Yeah. So he's got 8 in the Asian continent, only 1 overseas.
So
same with Labuschagne. All of his centuries have come in Australia. None have come overseas.
In how many tests? 30?
Which is what I'm checking. Yeah, I think close to 30. Manas.
He hasn't scored even a single century
overseas. Huh? No. He's had 33 tests he's played. 33 10 centuries. And
are you sure he hasn't scored a single 100 anywhere outside Australia? I'm not too sure, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me check. Wait.
He's got 9 centuries in Australia. 104 he hit recently in Sri Lanka.
So
1 against in Sri Lanka.
But that too must have been just his first tour.
Yeah, it was his first tour. Yeah. In Pakistan, he hit 90 in his first tour there. 34. So 9 centuries in Australia. 1 in Sri Lanka
and a 90 odd in Pakistan.
In the UAE, he hit 43. In England, he's got 50 average with 4 50s.
50 average.
50 average with 4 50s. So 14 50s.
And how much did he average in the Sri Lanka series?
In the Sri Lanka series, 49.6.
That's a good average.
Yep, 2 tests with which they played. Sri Lanka 1-1, Australia 1-1.
Scored a century.
Yeah, in Gaul. Both happened in Gaul. So that is the thing. Rahul Vasudev is like telling us our playing 11 for the third ODI, which is Rohit, Gill, Virat, Shreyas. But Shreyas isn't there.
No, this is not the third ODI. This is not for the third ODI. He's in general. When everybody is available, he's saying.
Trusting Hardik as the, okay, this is my
Jadeja
11.
is also there, no?
Yeah, Shreyas, KL Rahul, Hardik, Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar, Siraj, Bumrah, Kuldeep. So no Shami in the 11.
But just 2 seamers, huh?
No, 3. Bumrah, Siraj and Hardik. You got Washington Sundar, Kuldeep and Ravindra Jadeja.
Maybe you'll add one more seamer to it.
Then it has to be Mohammad Shami.
Because I think that's, and the moment you add one more seamer,
I don't think
Washington gets compromised.
Yeah, you can't keep both Jadeja and Sundar.
Washington gets compromised.
and there's a Kuldeep also.
Yeah, so that is why. So Ravindra Jadeja, I would then pick. But then your batting ends with Jadeja. That's the problem. 7, your batting ends. After that, you got pacers and a leg spinner potential.
Yeah, I again don't understand what's wrong with that. But again, you're looking for an 8th player in the side who can give you some runs with the bat. All because you're hoping it could be a rainy day all over again. A rainy day comes once in a while. Doesn't mean you go into
every day. It's not a flood.
It's a rainy day.
No, I any day would want to have a strike bowler, somebody who's an X factor like Umran Malik.
Yeah, no, Umran Malik.
If you are developing a future prospect, I think he is a future prospect, Umran Malik. He needs more game time. He is your X factor. You might just go for a few runs, but then he would be lethal as far as the batsman would be concerned. While facing him, would be a little worried, and he has that ability and knack of picking up wickets.
Yep. So GGK is making us say, don't make dust bowls like against England, else Steve Smith will take
come
a 5
out of it if you can, please.
Yeah. Steve Smith will take a 5-4 like Joe Root. Anyways, Virat struggle against spin. Thoughts? Well, he is struggling a bit. I mean, I won't say that in test matches in the last series, he did struggle against both Mehdi and Taijul. Now, his major test comes in the form of Nathan Lyon, perhaps Ashton Agar, Travis Head, maybe. Then you got leg spinner in Mitchell Swepson. Maybe, I don't think they'll play him because Stark is missing the Nagpur test anyway. So, perhaps...
That's a relief.
Huh?
That's a relief.
Yeah. You got Hazelwood, Cummins. And then will you play 3 spinners? I doubt. Depending on the Jamta wicket, whether it will be like the Ranji Trophy, I don't think so. Not Austin Agar, Ashton Agar. Okay. So, we are bilateral kings, KG Rajput says. Of course we are.
Virat, just like, after every match, after every victory or match, Virat Kohli,
Yep, next stop in
tweet something.
Yep.
So, Meet Soni is just letting us know that Virat has already tweeted about it, that next Indore. So,
Yep. So,
no Ranji Trophy.
No Ranji.
Yes, next Indore ho jayenge. Yep. So, no Ranji Trophy. Ashton Agar.
If Rahul Dravid being the coach, win 36.
Then India would have lost that series 4-0.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, hindsight, there would have been a lot of things that would have happened. But anyway, it doesn't change the fact that we won 2-1 with almost 60% of our side either injured or they just couldn't play because of other reasons. Because Bumrah was out, Ashwin was out, then Vihari was out.
Akash is saying Virat playing Ranji Trophy not happening.
You've seen him missing.
I think it's pretty evident with that tweet that he's just sent out that on to Indore now.
Yep. With so much backing for Ishan, will he play ahead of KS Bharat in the first test? That will be interesting. KS Bharat.
I'll tell you one thing. The idea is to play KS Bharat in the first game.
Okay.
The idea is to play KS Bharat in the first game, but I have a gut feeling, and I strongly feel that maybe if you are looking for a like replacement,
yes,
then Ishan Kishan fits the bill. because he's somebody very similar to Rishabh Pant. Of course, Rishabh Pant has the experience also, and he's won you games.
Yeah.
He's won you many games, in fact. But Ishan Kishan is a similar sort of a batter who can, and especially if Ashton Agar, if they have a left arm spinners against spinners, Ishan Kishan can also be very brutal.
Yes.
But you also have to see Ishan Kishan also needs to develop his game. So that's where.
By the way, I was just doing a quick stat check. We were talking about Kohli and spin. I was just cross-checking. Out of the 3 ODIs that he played in Bangladesh, on 2 occasions, he was dismissed by Shakib Al Hasan.
Shakib Al Hasan, left arm spin.
Left arm spin again. So it's turning out to be something that teams are probably targeting as well. It's happening series after series.
No,
now.
it's a fact. It's a fact, Harshit. You would remember in T20s.
Jagadisha Suchit.
Yeah, in fact, and not just a left arm spinner. There was a phase when he was struggling against leg spinners also, by the way. And this Swepson.
Mitchell
Not,
Swepson.
Swepson, no?
Swepson, yeah.
Swepson, in fact, got him out. Oh, Zampa.
Zampa
Got him out a few times in the IPL.
Yes.
Yeah, even in
ODI bilateral series.
Yeah,
even MS as well.
Even, and there was a phase you would remember when MS was also struggling against the spinners.
Oh,
He still continues to struggle.
to now.
Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narayan.
Exactly. Varun Chakravarti, Adam Zampa.
Sunil Narayan.
He's not hit a boundary.
He's hit only 2 boundaries in 10 years of playing Sunil
Narayan, and I think just one of Rashid.
Yes.
Just one.
KD Rajput is asking who will be a third pacer. Umesh, I think.
Yeah, Umesh.
In the test series, I guess you are asking about the test series.
In BGT, yeah. In BGT. Yeah. Umesh, Siraj, Shami. That will be my 3 pacers. Because you'll have Ashwin and Jadeja as your 2 spinners.
Absolutely will, yeah.
In case Jadeja doesn't slot in, then Kuldeep. Ideally.
Not Washington?
No.
He gives you
No, Washington is a like for Ashwin. Na?
2 off spinners. Will you play 2 off spinners?
No, you will have to play a variation either in a leg spinner or left arm orthodox. Indeed. So, yeah, we hope that he is Austin Kumar.
Yeah, GGK is saying, will Bharat be the next Vihari? The point is, Vihari did play something, Bharat hasn't even played anything. Okay, Rishabh Pant.
Smiling, watching Sports News, but after hearing Babar and Manas have only 2 Seni tons combined when he has 4. Does it make him a better? He's the best match winner we have. Yeah, we have.
My concern
in the Sena countries, his contributions are
brilliant.
brilliant.
Talk about BGT, I think, and Rishabh Pant, since he won't be there, unfortunately, I don't know who that match winner for India will be.
The king.
See,
it's all set for him. If he has to overcome...
It also adds pressure to your top order.
Yes.
Yes. Because you knew the second time around in going into the Border Gavaskar Trophy, you knew Rishabh Pant would be your trump card.
Yep.
And he was used like that. Now you don't know how to win against Australia without Rishabh Pant.
You will have to pray that Ishan does what Rishabh does.
Yes.
If Ishan gets
a chance.
By the way.
Yeah, because
I'll tell you, the chances of playing Bharat ahead of Ishan in the first test, at least in the first test, are more. I'm telling you, at least when the selection happened, I think this may have been the thought, but it's just that this is my feeling that why not Ishan Kishan?
Yeah. So first 2 tests will be on absolute, that pitches that 8 spin, Delhi and Nagpur. Then and then 1 to 5 is Dharamshala and 9 to 13 is Ahmedabad.
I think we should travel for the
Ahmedabad?
No, for all 4 test matches.
Can we possibly do that?
Possibly, we will do that.
We should. We must.
Absolutely.
It's your preview to the World Test Championship final.
And it's a high profile series, and we've been looking forward to it for at least I have been looking forward
for the past 3 years.
For quite a long time. If India is traveling to Australia, we all look forward to it, and this time because I believe this, I can't say about the result, what happens, but then this tour, at least I think the Australians will be better prepared.
Better prepared, yes.
And I cannot say with absolute surety that India will surely win the series.
yes, it's
India
good.
will be ahead.
Yeah.
India will start as favourites. But then...
And remember, this Australian team has won in Asia prior to this. They won in Pakistan, they drew in Sri Lanka. So this group, Pat Cummins' group, know how to win.
Speaking of this group, Adam Gilchrist has just recently said that this group reminds him of the 2004-5 Australian side.
we
Come,
are
sir.
alive.
So,
Too disappointing.
Yes, very poor match by the Kiwis. Meek
You lost
fight.
with...
I said I'm very disappointed. He said,
Have you got your answer? Whether Virat Kohli will play the Ranji Trophy?
I asked that in the.
No, but Virat has already
He's
replied.
given the
to
answer.
it.
I know. Virat has replied. It was inevitable.
Yes.
It's just a thought. It is my thought. Madanji also said, no, they should play the last ODI. Nobody wants to leave international cricket. But I said, Paji, they were leaving international cricket, no? The last 2 years.
Yes.
They were leaving a few international
No, but
games as per their convenience.
I agree that Virat and Rohit should have, or they could still play that Ranji Trophy game. But
Without their.
but then, you know, if Virat leaves the series, he will take some mental demons with him. You know, getting out to Mitchell Santner twice.
What if he gets out the third time?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the flip
Yeah,
side.
That's not the point. The point is, one game he got out while
On the back foot.
On the back foot.
front.
emptying and going on the back foot.
Yes.
And Mitchell Santner bowled slow to him today.
Yep.
Because the last time around, it was the faster one on which he got out.
I think he committed himself
Both
a
of them
little
should
too.
have left the last ODI, gone and played the Ranji Trophy game.
Yeah.
Or the
In a
T10.
relaxed atmosphere. Anji, fielding karo, 80-90 over, slips, point, cover. Go into that mode. Red ball, if you think you will get your form back in a test match,
Very difficult. Because you're facing the best bowling attack that you're in this World Test Championship cycle.
Yeah.
You are facing that.
not just this World Test Championship cycle, yeah. They are always
Yes.
well prepared.
And this is a preview to the final of the WTC.
They're a fiery bunch, you know that they're always there to compete and win. They're not here for participation.
And remember,
Mercy throwdowns ले लो, जितना
Yeah.
mercy nets कर लो.
Exactly.
and remember,
Match is match. The SG test ball.
yes.
Because in throwdowns, even if I take throwdowns, I can
Yeah.
close my eyes और मैं on drive है तो on drive मार दो, cover drive तो cover drive मार दो. Match में यार half volleys भी block करते हो आप. If there's a match happening,
Yes.
you don't have the confidence to.
Chalo.
Yep. So we will be back for the Indore ODI, and that's on
It's only saying
24th.
something.
Yeah, we.
Whether it's not ask Ranji Trophy.
Wo
match.
basically is saying that during the press, you'll have to see if who came for the press conference. I think we know who came for the press conference.
No, Virat has already tweeted. I see.
No,
Virat,
that's
Virat's made it clear that he has his eyes now on Indore.
So Ravi Shastri has given him a few suggestions.
Okay.
He took one.
Which
break.
is to play.
When Ravi Shastri said
Break.
he was overcooked, he must take a
Take a break.
And Virat did say, Ravi Bhai knows me so well and Ravi Bhai is right. Ravi Bhai has also said that he should give up one format. Ravi Bhai also said
And-
that he should go and play the Ranji Trophy game.
Ravi Bhai is
The Rock. Yep.
That man has the
imagine.
Oh, vision.
Despite
Guts, yeah.
Guts.
No, guts, exactly.
Guts.
I don't think that it matters to him whether it is Virat Kohli, somebody with whom he's shared a great rapport, both as a coach and
Yes.
whatever it is, and also it doesn't matter whether he like it or
Yep.
not,
Yep.
because for others it does matter, huh?
Yes.
That they don't want to get on the wrong side of the senior players
Absolutely.
or a lot of other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's see what happens.
बिना माइक के बैठा दिया, माइक खुद लेके चले गए.
Yep.
अरे
तो
यार,
ऊपर
बात थोड़ी करनी है.
तो क्या करना है?
Just come here.
तो चेयर
He wants to click a picture. So that I've told him to click a picture. I want to put it on Instagram.
अरे वाह.
My Instagram
Rawat Round 9.
Rawat Rahul Nayak.
Yep. So yes, we should. Rahul was suggesting that yes, we all should go for the India-Australia tests. Yes.
We all should, huh?
Dharamshala. That's one of the best places to be in.
I've never been to Dharamshala.
You've never been.
That was
I've
incidentally
not seen that ground.
that was my
Interesting.
test
It's a
debut.
piece of beauty.
Picturesque.
That was my test debut.
Acha.
Yes.
Which one? Kuldeep
India
Yadav?
versus Australia 4th test.
Kuldeep Yadav?
Virat
Yes. Virat Sato. That was
That's
my
where the difference is
Exactly.
yes.
between the coach and the captain.
Absolutely. And it
Rahane was
Rahane,
leading
yes.
side and Kuldeep.
it was an absolute privilege to be there, and I'm waiting for my second test. Since
You know what? Anurag Thakur, when
yes.
he was the HPCA Himachal president, and he was building that ground.
Yes.
He told me then, कि चलो एक दिन चलते हैं देख के आते हैं. I've never been to that ground ever.
It's one of the most beautiful grounds
Maybe
in
time
the world.
has come.
Yeah, couple of weeks
You
from
will
now.
go, not me.
You will not go.
But it is one of the most beautiful grounds in the world. I will stick my name. It is one of the most beautiful grounds in the world.
It's just
The Dhauladhar mountains with its snow-capped peaks.
Nestled
Mind
in the
blowing.
mountains, snow-capped.
And the best internet connection that you can get in the whole town.
Muft ka.
Yes. Because in the rest of the town, you can't get internet
Yeah,
connection.
but with due apology, and I'm sorry.
See,
People will take
these
it
are the
otherwise.
journalists I don't like.
Why?
मुफ्त का internet.
That
कुछ भी मिल
mindset.
जाए.
Even we had that mindset long time back.
You don't have that mindset anymore.
Anymore, no.
I'm only waiting for my second
No,
test
because
now.
internet is easy, it's cheap.
No, but there what happens
It was
is
a
if you-
privilege those days,
If you
yeah.
go to McLeodganj, I don't know, it's been some years now
Yeah.
when I last went to
I just wanted to say, if it is India, Australia, India, England, and I'm sorry for the smaller centers, the test matches got to be played in Calcutta, Bangalore, Chennai,
Yes.
Bombay, Delhi, Ahmedabad.
Yes.
Period.
Out of that, 2 in big centers, 2 in small centers.
And that's how it happens
Yeah, what
everywhere
is-
in the world, by
you
the
can't,
way.
You can't have rotation policy for India versus England, India versus
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah, for
See,
ages.
when you go to Australia,
Yeah.
or you go to England,
There
okay,
is-
they've got.
Australia, there are only 5 certain venues that
No,
you
and
play.
they have
I think those guys deserve
Yeah.
the luxury or the privilege of playing in Eden Gardens or
course.
in Chepauk,
Yeah.
Chinnaswamy, Motera, Firosha Kotla. I think you should give them test matches there.
Yes.
Even Mohali at
Yes.
one point in
Yeah,
time
yeah.
was.
Yes.
So I don't know. Nagpur is a very famous center.
I think Australia have not
Nagpur
played at Eden
don't
Gardens
play.
since that Lakshman Dravid partnership.
No, they have.
Nagpur,
In
they've
test
improved
match?
a lot.
I think
They have.
They must have.
have Australia played a test
13?
match
What?
at Eden Gardens after that Lakshman Dravid partnership of 2001?
Must have.
4 did they play a test match there? 4, 2004-5. No.
Or we had the first test match in Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Then we went to Chennai, Nagpur,
Yes.
and the last one was
Mumbai.
Bombay.
Huh.
Bombay.
Then 8 you played
8
in.
we didn't play in Calcutta. 8
10
again
also
we
you
started
didn't
in
play.
Bangalore. 8 we started in Bangalore, Mohali, Delhi, Nagpur.
Yes. And
13 I'm not sure.
13 we played in Chennai. Then you played in.
Mohali, Delhi I know.
Yeah, and also Vizag.
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 So they've not been to Calcutta. Yeah.
Ever since that Dravid Lakshman partnership.
Batao, yaar.
But how does it matter?
I mean, just saying, just a bit of nostalgia.
No, I agree, but this year also they're not going
They are
to
not,
play.
yeah. Delhi, Ahmedabad.
Why?
I think they just want to keep the memory untouched.
Arey, nahi.
Dada should ask for a test match, no?
No,
Oh, but Dada is not-
No, they will get in rotation policy. Yeah.
Yes.
And as it is, Dada is not CAB anymore, no?
Yep. And this.
He's not, I'm saying.
He's the younger Dada, the elder
Yeah.
Dada.
His brother, Sneha.
Yes,
Shri.
yes.
Anyway, this is the last time we'll see a 4-test series. After that, it's all going to be 5
Five.
test
Yeah, it'll be
series.
5. It'll be better.
And I think in this same year, India are going to Australia also, right? 5-test series. December.
End of the
Even
year.
later this year.
End of the year.
Yeah.
This year?
End of
No,
the
no,
year.
no, no, no,
sure
no.
of
We
that.
go to South Africa this year.
Okay.
We go to South Africa this year.
So it'll be 24 then. 24. Wow. That will be a brilliant, brilliant series then, sir. Match winner like.
Akash Bhardwaji does look difficult.
So he's
That's
saying, can you
Surya Kumar.
include Sky? But that's because
Looks very difficult.
Rishabh is a wicket keeper.
Yep.
But I think again, yes, the white ball cricket India has been doing well. We're very happy. But I was just discussing in Sports Tak. You know, Rohit Sharma has not played a test match for a year.
Yes.
KL Rahul has not scored runs
Yeah.
in a test match for a long, long time.
Yep.
Pujara again, he
Virat
played
too,
well.
by the way. Huh?
in Bangladesh, but again, you know,
He did well in England also.
Virat, again, the last year has not been very good for him.
Yes.
And in spite of the fact that he scored a century in the last ODI in Bangladesh,
yeah.
and now the test matches in Bangladesh, he didn't get runs.
He didn't get runs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 5
And
is Shreyas
struggled
Iyer.
against spinners.
Number 5 is Shreyas Iyer. This could be make or break for him.
Yep.
Looking at the fast bowlers that Australia have. And 6 could be KS Bharat, who's never played a test match.
Yeah.
That is precisely the reason I was wishing for Rohit Sharma and Virat to go and play in the Ranji Trophy.
Yeah.
To get some red ball game time.
That's not happening.
ठीक बोल रहे हैं सर?
अरे आप तो हमेशा सही बोलते हो.
Yep.
अब बढ़ाएं.
Yes, please.
दुकान.
Yes. So, thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back for the third and final ODI, which is now a dead rubber in Indore. So, but we'll still be there for all the.
Thank you,
coverage.
Abhinav ji.
Yeah.
Indore में I have a hunch that you'll get a 400 around about 400 run total.
Short boundaries and all, flat deck. What more do you need? But remember, there is lot of sporting action. Tomorrow will be the
yes.
India versus New Zealand hockey pre-quarter final. That's the crossover game that will happen.
Yeah.
And the winner of that match plays potentially Belgium.
Belgium on the 24th.
Oh man, that's going to be very, very challenging indeed. So
There's a question from Super Sohit. He said, why was a double century in ODIs not common during the 90s? During the 90s, even getting a century wasn't common. Because of the fact that
In the early 90s.
early 90s.
first 15 overs were consolidation.
Yeah, different kind of cricket. You would play.
Rules,
balls,
boundaries
circle.
also.
Red ball, sir.
Red ball,
Cricket was
exactly.
Red ball.
Red ball.
And
Initial,
it
yes.
used to
First,
swing and seam, you would start at 9 o'clock in
Yes,
the morning. A.
yes.
B, again, the idea of playing cricket was different.
Yes.
You were not so attacking. C, and that is why Tendulkar's runs will remain forever.
rules
You
fielders.
had 4 fielders in the circle.
Yes.
Now you have 5 fielders in the circle, which means that for the fielding team, there is one fielder less outside.
Outside.
And those
Yes.
boundaries.
You just get two
And you would
nowadays
play,
in the first time.
the boundaries would never come in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They would never come in. And you were playing with the red ball, yeah.
Yeah.
In England also.
Yes. Yes.
In
Yes.
England,
We had-
except for Australia,
Huh.
other countries, you would mostly play your one-day cricket with the
Red.
red ball. I remember in 99 November,
Yeah.
New Zealand had come to India, and you were playing one-day cricket
White-
with
white
red
jersey, yeah, red
with
ball.
ball.
Sachin scored a
Yes.
186
This was
against
just before
Kapil Dev was
India.
the coach.
Yeah.
I covered a game.
Yeah.
I did a game. I remember.
I think that was
Rahul
in
Dravid
Gujarat.
153, 331 partnership.
Gujarat?
No, Lal Bahadur Shastri Stadium, Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, he scored that
Yeah.
186
376 for 2.
Yeah, for the longest time that was
Cricket
Sachin's highest score.
different. It was difficult as well.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, those were the days. And I think also consolidation, first 15 you wouldn't go bang bang. You would consolidate and then after
Yeah.
that.
So there you used to think that just bide your time in the initial overs and then
Yes,
towards the end you can
yes.
accelerate.
Only Great Batch changed that in 1992 and Kalvitrana and Jayasurya did it in 96 onwards.
Tendulkar had also started doing
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
98.
94, 82 that.
No, even
knockout.
96 by the way.
Yeah.
96 World Cup, even Tendulkar and then 98.
Started out in 94.
Yeah, 99 World Cup, so he batted in the middle order.
Yes, yes,
Not-
yes.
Anyways,
Rehanji, pata nahi. They may or may not call Dinesh Panna
Wow.
as a backup wicket keeper.
Yep, yep, yep.
Super Sohit has understood.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yep.
To take all your questions.
Yes.
Give you answers that satisfy you. At
So if you
times.
want more of this, tap the bell icon and press the like, comment and share button also so that you know when we go live. And we are also on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you. Bye-bye. Vanakkam. Enjoy the weekend.
Chalo.